Welcome, 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 everyone. So happy to be with you guys here for another episode of Talk to Me Tuesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited, so excited, so excited. So, as you guys are coming into the house, make sure that you have granted StreamYard the privilege so that I can go ahead and see who is out here rocking and rolling with me today. So, go ahead and let StreamYard have access to you. I am so excited to be with you all here today. I want to go ahead and let you guys get on into the house for another episode of Talk to Me Tuesday. So as you guys are coming in, I want to go ahead and just do a quick check and set a reminder for those of you who have not been able to get your homework done. Feel no pressure. Last week, I challenged you guys to make sure that you are out there ensuring that everybody is doing their homework. You're asking people to share with you a little bit about yourself. Hey, Andrew, I'm always so excited to see that my Texans is in the house with me, rocking and rolling. So go ahead. For those of you who are part of the fam, I tell you, if you come to the house one time, you are no longer a guest, but you are part of the fam. So if you are joining us and you have ever caught an episode of Talk to Me Tuesday, go ahead and put fam into the comments so I know that you are out here rocking and rolling with me. For those of you who might be joining us for the very first time, do go ahead, take your shoes off, get comfortable because you are now in the house and you're part of our family. So go ahead and put first time into the comments so we know that you are out here rocking and rolling with us. And we recognize that for some of you, coming on live at 6 doesn't work for your schedules. And for some of you, you are able to catch us in the replay. And if that is the case, go ahead and let us know that you caught the replay so we can know you're still getting some of these goodies, okay? So again, I see that you guys are coming into the house. Go ahead and let us know who's in the house. Grant StreamYard access, or go ahead and just put fam into the comments and let me know that you are here. So I don't want to keep you long, right? So tonight we're going to be talking about just what my shirt says, right? What are you not doing as we close out this last quarter? So last week, I came and I talked to you about how you can work towards really being unapologetically who you are. And with that, today I want to talk about, as you move into that space about being unapologetically who you are, how do you continue to really step into the space where you recognize there's going to be some things you need to say no to? All right. So tonight I'm going to be talking to you. I'm going to give you a couple tips, a couple tools to really make sure you guys are moving into the strategy where you're empowered to end this year strong. So again, I know you guys are coming into the house. As you come in, fam, go ahead and let me know that the fam is in the house. First timers, go ahead and let me know you're able to hang out with us tonight. And again, those of you joining me for the replay, you know what to do. So tonight I want to talk to you about what you're not doing, what you need to stop doing, what you need to practice saying no, right? So for those of you who are joining me, go ahead and I want you to just do it this time. Go ahead and just drop no into the comments just because I want you to practice it, right? Because no is a behavior that sometimes we think we're good at saying no, but we will say no and then we will turn around and our actions will say yes. I'm coming to y'all tonight with some honesty, so I hope y'all ready for that, right? So I really want you to go ahead and start practicing putting those no's into the comments so this way mothers knows y'all are out here, right? So with that, those of you you're practicing, you got that capital no, right? She like, listen, I'm all the way in. I'm screaming, I'm shouting from the rooftops, right? And the reason I want you to practice no is there's so many things in our life that are taking away from us. And I always come here and I encourage you guys, and this whole year I've been saying, how do we live on purpose? So when you're moving into your purpose, there are going to be things that come into your life that really aren't here to influence, to empower you, to impact you as you move into your greatness, as you move into your purpose. So if that's the case, I want to go ahead and make sure that tonight we're talking about some tips and tools about how you practice saying no, full stop, period, no, screaming, right? So with that, some of the things that I want us to talk about tonight is first, your mindset. And I've told you guys this in the past, but what I really want us to do is to not get into that mindset where we ourselves are telling us no. Every one of you who are joining me, I need you to understand you have every single thing you need to be powerful, to be dynamic, to walk and to be in purpose. So when your mind is telling you, I can't do this, I won't do this, I don't have enough this or that to do it, I need you to go ahead and say to yourself, I refuse to allow myself not to believe in myself. And I know that many of you may be coming from experiences where you have heard other people share with you what you are not worthy to do. But again, go ahead and shake that. I need you guys to understand. Say yes to you. Say no to others who are trying to impede your purpose. Say no when your mind is trying to play tricks on you, simply telling you you cannot. You can. It may take a little bit longer. It may need you to network more. It may need you to have somebody to support you through something. But understand that I need you to all work towards saying no to those mindsets, no to those individuals who aren't allowing you to fully move into your purpose. So, with that, what I want you guys to do is the first strategy I want you to understand is I need you to start your day on purpose. So when you wake up, when you open your eyes, and God has granted you the opportunity to be present for another day, before you roll out of bed, I need you to be intentional about setting purpose. So before you put your feet down on the floor, really be intentional to say, what's my purpose? And the reason that I want you to do that is because as you go through your day, it will allow you to be able to leverage what you need to say no to. Okay? So, with that, I also want to talk to you about not feeling guilty to tell other people no. People can be a time suck. I told y'all tonight we're talking raw with it. I'm practicing my no. I got my shirt on, so I'm ready to tell y'all what we got to say no to. So often we're so comfortable in making sure we're taking care of other people that we're not taking care of what it is that we need. So just because I say no to someone doesn't mean that I don't care about them, doesn't mean that I don't want whatever it is that they're asking me to do. But I have to get to a place in my life where I recognize by saying yes to you, am I saying no to me? Right? Let me let y'all hear this again, right? We want to begin to shift our behavior from saying yes to others, which then result in us saying no to ourselves. Literally, I want you guys to start living like this, right? Recognize what you can't do. I'm not doing that. I am not allowing myself to be exhausted, to be wiped out, to not have energy to be in my purpose so that you have the energy to be, okay? y'all are giving me, whoo, oh my Lord, right? Because y'all know we're all guilty of this. And it takes time. It takes strategy for us to get to that place where not only are we verbalizing the no, but I need y'all to practice the actions of the no, right? And for some of y'all, your whole spirit is a no. And your actions are a no, but you will tell somebody yes. But then you won't show up, you won't call back, they can't find you, right? Ghosting them, right? That's what y'all out here saying, right? So really understanding how can I get to a place where, I had this conversation with somebody today is, Iana said it best. So many of us are working from a place where our cup is half full. That is selfish of you. What I want us to do is move into a mind space where I need my cup to be overflowing. And that then is what I can share with the world. Because when I'm 100, I'm going to show up better for everyone around me. But if I'm depleted, 50% is not ideal in any type of statistic. Nobody wants 50%. But for so many of us, because we keep saying yes to the wrong things, we're working at 50%. And people are expecting 100. Take the time to say no to certain things so you can get back to your 100%. Because I'm telling you, when you give people from your overflow, they can tell the difference. When you're giving people just the 50% that you have and you're never working to get your cup full, I promise you, they can tell. Share with them. Just because I say no today at this moment doesn't mean I say no forever. But I have to move into a place where I'm starting to say, right? Andrew's like, listen, sometimes you got to tell your own kids, right? Your kids, your spouse, your mama, your cousins in them, right? Sometimes it's the people closest to us. And because for so long we have said yes, 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 in spite of what we genuinely felt, in spite of what we were able to really provide, the first time we say no, it's a shock. So you got to go ahead and let these people know, okay, I know this is going to be difficult for you, but we have to stand firm in our no. We have to trust ourselves. Y'all know that, mama's a Christian, right? You cannot do God's purpose if you're not in a space of your brilliance. Okay? So I need you to understand it's bigger than you. It's not you being selfish. It's you getting to that place where I want you to just practice. That's why I started this episode. Just practice dropping no's in the comment. Because sometimes you got to say no to yourself. There are times where I'm like, no, Janelle, I will not allow you to begin a new project. I will not allow you to work for another hour. Because guess what? By saying yes to that and no to being comfortable, saying yes to continuing to work and depleting my energy reserves, I'm not providing my best work. And then I'm frustrated. Then I go through all of those other emotions. And the people who are supporting me most, my husband, my kids, my family, my friends, they don't get my best because I've said yes to so many other people who are working on their purpose. Right? So I can't be frustrated with you because you are doing what's best for you and saying yes to you. I can't be mad at you for doing that. What I have to do is restructure how I'm allowing you to put your time over my time. Right? I'm telling y'all right now, I'm just going to go ahead and say sorry to some of y'all because I know I'm all stepping all over your feet right now. Right? The other thing I want you to recognize is every day we have a gift, right? So go ahead. If you had a good day, go ahead and drop good in the comments, right? And if you ain't had a good day, go ahead and put good because hopefully your day's over, right? So no matter what, it's at a good point. I know I have some of you who catch us and you might be heading into the third shift and the replay love. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pray that you have a good day because every single moment that we have here is a good day. But we have to be intentional about making it a good day. When you at work and people frustrate you, I know some of you joining us work in retail, and some people, you pray for them because their spirit ain't right when they come in and they rude and disrespectful, right? Others of you, I know you work in offices. I know that, the work is constantly piling up. I hear from you guys. You guys are telling me what's going on. Some of you are in jobs where you've been in these positions for so long and you're like, I'm just not sure they appreciate all my brilliance that I'm bringing here, right? Some of you own your own companies and you're giving and you're giving and you're giving. I really need you guys to understand that when you're moving into that space, listen to your body, recognize the gift of the day. So when you recognize the gift of your day, you recognize that every single moment of it is moments that you don't get back. So when you start to move into that purpose, that intentionality about how you view your day, it allows you to recognize that I only get 24 hours. So I'm going to say yes to being intentional with my purpose. I say yes to being obedient in my purpose. I say yes to becoming my best self, right? And I'm not talking about the Instagram shots of, look, no shade, right? I'm not talking about you just woke up like this. I'm talking about your pre-COVID view, right? When you had on your slouch pants and you didn't have to go to the hairdresser, your nails and toes wasn't done because you didn't have to do that, right? You was eating everything in your house, right? That's what I'm talking about, right? When you're at those moments, how are you thinking to yourself, how am I getting better? Every experience that you have is not going to be great. So do not walk away from this conversation with the assumption that that's what I'm saying. But there's some moments that cause us to learn. So how am I learning from when I say no to you? How am I learning when I say no to my mindset that's telling me I'm not worthy? All right. So when you go through all of that, I see you guys telling me, yes, facts. So those are true facts. And the other thing that I want to give y'all to really go ahead and step down on your toes hard is to let you know so many of you aren't walking in your purpose because you're not saying no, but are you're saying no to time. And for so many of you, you want things to be perfect, that you're using perfection as another mechanism to procrastinate. So when I charge you with these 24 hours, when you are literally being unapologetically you, are you saying yes to you? So really understanding that as we close out what will be 2021, I really want you guys to be intentional over this last quarter, over these last few months, to really take a self-reflection and realize, what are the things that are currently in your life that are not allowing you to walk in purpose? What are the habits? What are the behaviors that you are engaging in? What are the things that you're letting pile up because you're saying no in so many ways? So really understand, right? Donovan, I see you out here giving mother this love, but understanding that through all of these experiences, what I really want you guys to walk away with is, when I say no, I'm not just saying no without a reason. I'm saying no because I've reflected on, what is my purpose for this day? So when I woke up today, my purpose was to make sure that all of the conversations, all of the people that I got to interact with, that I allowed them to walk away from our conversations feeling better than when they started the conversation. Now that's my purpose. It doesn't mean that I hit my goal. But every conversation, I thought to myself, what does this person need from me? What is it that I meant to share with this individual? So by the time I get ready to settle in and call it a day, have I been intentional with the message that I shared for Talk to Me Tuesday? Have I encouraged others to make sure they are beginning to key into what their purpose is? That they're learning how to not just say no in words, but to follow up in their actions. How are they really thinking about being intentional every single day, every moment that they have breath? But it's always a both and. So I don't want you guys to walk away simply walking around being like, no, Janelle said no. So I'm not doing that, right? I know some of you you already ordered your I'm not doing that shirts, and that's great. Sometimes your shirt can talk for you. But I want you to understand, as you say no and you build back time, you give yourself more energy to be intentional with your purpose. I want you to consider what you're saying yes to. Okay? Because as you say no more, you're going to be able to say yes more intentionally to your purpose. So what I want you to say yes to is investing in yourself. And you can invest in yourself in a variety of ways. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you engaging in some type of healthy activity? Are you spending more time with the people that you care about? So understanding, investing in yourself, it could be that you do have a coach. It's always my pleasure to support people to make sure by the time they take their last breath, they have left everything that God intended for them to leave on earth. So as you do that, how are you being intentional to say, I choose to be my best version of whatever I can provide today, recognizing that every day is going to look a little bit different, right? I am saying yes to getting to a place where when I close my eyes each night, that I know that some part of my purpose has been accomplished. So as we get ready to close out Talk to Me Tuesday, I want to make sure I tell you guys all the time, for me, it's about sharing tips and tools and strategies. So I want you guys to walk away tonight with a couple of strategies, a couple of tools that I really want you guys to begin to make as part of your behaviors and hopefully one day as part of your habits. So the first thing I want you to do is to understand saying no is going to take practice, right? My daughter's learning to ride a bike. We didn't put the 3-year-old on the bike and just say we're taking off the training wheels, go for it, right? In everything that we're doing that is something that we're not traditionally doing, it's going to take time. We're going to have to practice saying no. We may have to say no and turn off our phones because sometimes we say no and then the person keeps saying, what you just say to me? Right? And again, that might just be me. Where you need to turn off your phone. You need to not be in their presence so you can just sit in, why did I say no? So that's the first thing. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to hold up this strategy, right? And the strategy has 3 parts. The first part is I want you to start your day on purpose. Like I shared with you earlier, when you wake up and you open your eyes and you have the privilege of being here for another day, I want you to begin to be really intentional with what is my purpose today, right? And your purpose could be to catch up on some of your movies, right? Again, I don't want you to feel like your purpose is to save the world every single day. Sometimes your purpose may be to physically take care of yourself, to emotionally take care of yourself. Because again, you may need that. Your purpose may be, I need to get my cup full because my cup right now, Janelle, is about, it's a couple droplets in this cup. So sometimes your purpose is to get your cup full again. And that's okay. So that's the first part of the strategy, right? Is to be intentional about what's your purpose every day when you wake up. The next thing is, I want you to ask yourself this question. When you're trying to make a decision on if to say yes or if to say no. Say, I ain't doing that. It's to ask yourself, does this action, does this behavior, does this thought support me in achieving my purpose? Right? So again, if we're holding up that right now, we are focused on filling my cup back up because I've been given and given and I'm exhausted. If someone calls me and says, let's hang out, or someone says, can you meet with me for a session? Can you help me build something, right? And ain't nobody calling me for that, but I'm just saying, right? I want to be universal, right? Whatever it is that people are tasking you to do, you know good and well, if you need a day to just stay in your warm pajamas, I know my Texans are like, warm pajamas, we don't do that, right? I know some of y'all who in the Northeast with me right now, it's been raining for the past few days, right? So you might be in your warm comfortables, and that's okay. Whatever you need to replenish, if somebody calls you, you know that person needs a lot of energy, you may say, I can't do it today. I can do it this day. So I'm saying no now, but not no forever. Because I have to say yes to me. All right. So that's the second part, right? So the first part is making sure that you have your day started with purpose. And the second thing is asking yourself when you need to make that decision between choosing yes or no, is this behavior, is this thought, is this action going to allow me to reach that purpose? And the last step in this strategy that I want you to do is I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Because sometimes we say yes without taking a moment to just settle ourselves. And it's good to breathe. Physically, it takes care of certain things that you need, but sometimes mentally and emotionally, it allows us to slow down. We're always moving so fast in the world that as soon as someone asks us a question, we feel like we instantaneously have to give them an answer. You can take a moment to make the decision. Take a moment to ask yourself the question. So as you guys go ahead and you go through this next week, I really want you to take these strategies with you. Determine where your cup is, right? So again, those of you who are joining me, go ahead, let me know where your cup is right now. Because next week I want to check in with you and see where your cups are, right? My cup is at 75%. So I know this weekend, I'm going to work on getting my cup back to 100%. Right? So again, if you ain't embarrassed by your cup, if your cup got droplets, no shade, you know we're in here with the fam. Right? So wherever your cup is, dedicate some time if that's what it is that you need to say yes to. And then practice saying no to all of those things that potentially can take from your cup. To really, over the next day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, right? Everyone hears sometimes the strategies that I say to them when I'm coaching them, and they'll say, "Oh, I could do this, Janelle." And then the next thing I hear, right? Because I'm hearing y'all out here, y'all cups at 25%. I need y'all to go ahead and know it's okay to simply say, I can't get to that right now. So I want to challenge you to say, yes, Janelle, it's easy to wake up every day and set purpose. It's not. It is not. This is why people work with me, right? Because I work with people to teach them, to support them, to empower them, to inspire them, to really understand some of these things that seem so simple are so difficult, right? I've been trying to lose the same 15 pounds. I did every program known to man. All of them tell me the same thing. Eat less and work out more, right? It couldn't be no more simple than to lose these few pounds mama trying to lose since forever, right? It's simple, but as simple as it is hard sometimes to implement it. And that's why I work with people to help them. Because what I recognize is when your cup is at 20%, Andrea, when your cup, Donovan, is at 25%, right? When your cups are low, we know that we need more rest. We know that we need more time connected to God. We know that we need all of the things that we need, but we're not doing it. So that's why I really want you guys, if you take the strategy and you break it up, it may be one day you wake up and say, today, this is my purpose. Tomorrow, I'm going to practice asking myself the questions as questions come before me. Is this helping me towards reaching my goal? Because if the answer is no, then that needs to be your answer. It helps you answer the question pretty quickly. Okay? Or you can practice the third part of the strategy. Is at the end of the day, take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to reflect. Take in a few deep breaths. And just allow yourself to recognize all that you have accomplished. So as we get ready to close out, I really want to challenge you, empower you to increase where your cup is. Now, I'm realistic, so I'm not going to tell you if your cup is at 20%, 5%, 10%, 2%. You got to drop it to go ahead and get to 100 by the time we meet next week. But I do want you to say yes to making sure that you are saying no to those items that are taking away from your cup. You deserve to say yes to you, even if that means you say no to others, or even if you need to say no to the thoughts you carry that tell you you aren't worthy. I want you all to understand and to hear me. You are more powerful than any of you recognize. So I want to empower you and challenge you all to constantly walk in your brilliance, to be unapologetically who you are, and make sure that you have no regrets letting people know I ain't doing that. This is your girl Janelle signing off for another episode of Talk to Me Tuesday. Know that I love you and I'm so excited for all of you working on filling up your cup. Remember to say yes to you and no to anything that's stopping you from your purpose. Take care until we meet again next week. Bye, everyone.